friends, I'm Catherine Drury, Director of Children's Ministries at St. Gregory the Great Episcopal Church in Athens, Georgia. And this Sunday is Palm Sunday. It's the beginning of Holy Week, most holy time of the year for Christians. In another week, we'll have Easter. So I have some stories to share with you for Holy Week. The first one is from the Lion Storyteller Bible, which was written by Bob Hartman and with illustrations by Susie Poole. Lion is the publishing company. Let's see, this one's called The Great Parade. "Let's go to Jerusalem," said Jesus to his friends. "I have something important to do there." So they went. And when they could just see the city from a nearby hillside, Jesus said, "Let's have a parade." Jesus' friends were surprised. A parade? They wondered. Why a parade? But no one said anything because Jesus was already busy giving instructions. "I want 2 of you to borrow a donkey," he said. "Tell the owner I need it. He'll understand." When the 2 friends returned with the donkey, Jesus hopped on its back, gently nudged its sides, and started down the hill. His friends followed close behind. "Hooray for Jesus!" they shouted. "Jesus is king!" Down, down, down they rode toward the city gate. And the closer they got, the more people joined them. "It's Jesus the teacher," someone called. "It's Jesus the healer," called someone else. "3 cheers for Jesus," called one and all. Soon there were people everywhere, marching along with the parade and shouting from the roadside. Some took off their coats and laid them in front of the donkey. Others cut palm branches from the trees and waved them about. There were hundreds, maybe thousands, clapping and dancing and shouting their way through the city gates. Everyone was happy. Well, almost everyone. Some of the religious leaders didn't like Jesus. They were jealous because the ordinary people were so fond of him. And when they saw the parade, they frowned. "Wait just a minute," they called. "You can't have a parade here. Tell your friends to be quiet, Jesus." But Jesus just laughed. "Tell them to be quiet? Impossible." Then he turned to look at the crowd. "Can't you see," he said, "there's so much happiness here that even if I could make the people quiet, the stones in the street would jump up and shout for joy." On Thursday of this week, we call that Maundy Thursday. That's the day when we got commandment from Jesus. Mandatum, that's where that word comes for Maundy Thursday. So I have another story from the Children of God Storybook Bible, which was written by Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Zonder Kids is the publisher. And for this story, the illustrator is Kathy Ann Johnson. It says, Jesus becomes a servant. Jesus and the disciples gathered in Jerusalem. Their feet were dirty from walking in the dusty roads, telling people about God's dream. The disciples started arguing over which one of them was the greatest. Jesus got up and tied a towel around his waist. He took a basin of water and began to wash the feet of his friends and to dry them on the towel. Jesus' friends were shocked. "That's a servant's job," they shouted. But Jesus quietly continued washing their feet. When it was Peter's turn, he jumped up. "Master, you will never wash my feet." "Then you cannot be my disciple," said Jesus. "Lord," cried Peter, "wash my feet, my hands, my head, all of me." After Jesus had finished washing their feet, he took off the towel and he sat down again. "Do you understand what I have done?" he asked. "You call me Lord and teacher, but I have washed your feet like a servant. You must follow my example. The leader is the servant of all. You must be as servants to each other. No one is more important than anyone else. I want you to love one another the way I love you. Dear God, help me to be a willing servant of all. Amen." So one more story, because that was not the end of the Maundy Thursday evening. This one is called Jesus Shares His Last Meal with His Friends, and the illustrator for this one is E.B. Lewis. Again, this is from the Children of God Storybook Bible by Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Jesus shares his last meal with his friends. Jesus wanted to celebrate Passover and share a meal with his disciples so he could say goodbye. By that time, many people looked up to Jesus as a great leader. This made some of the priests and Roman rulers very jealous. Jesus knew that they wanted to arrest him and that his life was in danger. Jesus knew it was time for him to return to his Father. As they all sat around the table, he picked up a loaf of bread. After thanking God, Jesus broke the bread and passed a piece to each of them. "This bread is my body," he said. Then he took the cup of wine. Again, he thanked God and passed it around to his friends. "This is my blood," he said. "I am pouring it out for you. Whenever you break bread and drink wine like this, remember me and remember that someday God's dream of everyone sharing and caring and loving and laughing will come true." Dear God, thank you for making me a part of your dream. Amen. I hope you have a wonderful Holy Week.